Good evening, I'm Paula Todi.
And I'm Kyle Linsky. With rising inflation and low recruitment numbers right now, leaders within the Cincinnati Police Department are asking for a bonus just to keep officers coming back to work.
Courtney Wheaton is live with why they say the money is so important. Courtney.
Simply to keep officers on the street. I just looked around. I'm in OTR where that mass shooting happened last week, and I saw a couple officers go by. But Dan Hill says, what if they weren't around? And that's why he needs to attract officers.
All right, 1,059. That's where we're supposed to be at. Here's where we are right now. Because we just had a retirement today, we're down 108 officers.
Cincinnati FOP President Dan Hill's breaking down the numbers.
202 officers can walk out the door. Right now, they're retirement eligible.
He says between the recent small recruit class of just 34 of an expected 60 and officers retiring, the department is severely understaffed.
What we're doing is we're burning out our folks. When you see SWAT and CDRT down for every Friday and Saturday night, those are all people that have other full-time positions on the police department, and they're coming down there to make you a little bit safer.
He says CPD officers need more incentives to stay.
I think there's only one answer to help a little bit, and that's you're going to have to pay some sort of retention bonus, which will also attract more officers. You got to keep the ones you have so they don't go to other departments or other jobs.
Governor DeWine just announced the state is expanding a crime reduction grant, $100 million to use towards crime fighting efforts, including retention bonuses.
This funding program follows our basic philosophy that local law enforcement, local chiefs, local sheriffs, local mayors should be making the decisions for their community about specifically how this money gets spent.
How does that make you feel that somebody at least is thinking about what you're talking about?
Well, I'm glad that the governor sees it. I'm glad that people at the state level see it. It's time for our city council to engage. It's time for our mayor and our manager to engage.
And speaking of city leaders, I just got a response literally minutes ago. I asked them that question, what are you doing to keep these officers happy and keep them in their jobs? Now, they say some of the things they've already implemented are extra recruit classes. That's very important. They say they've already implemented longevity pay. For the longer you stay, you still get more money. And they say they have financial incentives in place, but they plan on working with Hills in the future to make sure that they're on the same page. In OTR, Courtney Wheaton, Local 12 News.
Thank you, Courtney. And we reached out to nearby departments that were listed by the FOP president for having retention bonuses. A spokesperson for Westchester Police says the department applied for a grant to get funding, but has not heard back at this point. Fairfield Township told us it offers other incentives, but not retention bonuses specifically.